what's the void in your life right now? Where you said that you're not completely happy, and everyone's got a void. I'll tell you,
Yeah.
my void is that I feel like the whole relationship part of my life isn't completely sorted yet, and it will be sorted in time. But that's what I'm looking forward to. Professionally, great. Spiritually, great. Intellectually, mentally, great. But probably the relationship thing is a void for me.
But I'll tell you one thing, that is a generation problem that we are facing. I think all of us, includes me also. For us, relationships, especially the romantic ones, are going to be difficult.
Especially if someone's a hustler like you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a nomad. I live out of a suitcase. Anyone who dates me is probably having a really hard, will have and is going to have a really hard time because of the kind of life I live. But the void in my life, if I were to actually answer that question honestly, is peace. Yeah, I feel like I'm really searching to be peaceful in whatever the circumstances. Because the more I see, I really have very little control over what happens. As much as I try to be in control of things, I find it very, very hard.
You don't feel peace on Saturdays and Sundays?
No, honestly, I don't have a Saturday, Sunday in my life because I work whenever there is a day to work because that's how I've made work. I'm someone who likes to work all the time. So nowadays, I think of Saturdays and Sundays as a weekend, which I've now put into my life. But say 2 years ago, I didn't even know what a Saturday and Sunday was. I would talk in terms of dates. If someone, my friends would call, would say, like, I want you free on this date, I'd be like, listen, don't tell me the day, tell me the date because I don't want to know if I'm in town that point of time. So yeah, Saturdays and Sundays has not been a concept for me that I've lived with.
But if you're saying peace is what you search for, what is keeping you away from it? Is it that hustle of career that you think of, okay, I want to be very professional. I want to perform really well in front of camera. I want to do well in my career. Is that what takes away from your peace?
I think we all have a like a perception of what, if we reach there, we will be happy or peaceful. And in that pursuit of that, of course, there are 10,000 things that go wrong in the process.
A lot of people say that I wish everyone becomes rich and famous to understand that that's
Yes,
not where the
yes.
peace
You
is
can
at.
say that again for sure because for whatever I've been lucky enough to get in my life, I think I think that adds to the craziness. That makes it even more difficult. It doesn't actually help in getting you closer to being peaceful.
But do you think you are one of the more peaceful people from the industry?
You see, none of us would really know because peace is an inside job. It's like I really don't know if you're peaceful or not.
But you are a very good reader of vibes.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know that you know that as well. So
Yeah, I mean, it's really not that hard. I think the moment you drop, what happens is, Ranveer, even when I'm doing an interview with you, I can have my guards up. It's very easy.
do you have your guard
I'm an
up right
actor.
now?
You think so?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Yaar, फिर तो पता
Because even I can read vibes.
नहीं. Is it? No, but actually, I personally think I don't have my guards up anymore. And that is because I don't really feel there's, maybe it's the lockdown. I don't know. It's just been such a reality check of what we actually need in our lives and how many things we actually have and the pace of life that I don't know about you, but I've lived a very crazy pace where I'm trying to do 10 things in a day. Like today I'm only doing an interview with you, but say if this was pre-COVID, I would have had your interview and some 10 other things to do. I'm like, I can't even peacefully do Ranveer's interview because I'm just doing so many things and I had gotten used to living like that.
What are you working towards?
I feel like the lockdown was a big, made me realize that I sleep well when I have a good day at work. So I think now I'm looking at each day. I'm not really looking at 10 years down the line. I don't understand only this 10 years के बाद आप कहाँ होंगे. इंसान अगर जिंदा होगा तो मतलब फिर देखा जाएगा kind of situation. But having said that, for me now, every day is important. Like I want to be aware of every day. Like I want to be with, say if I'm with you, I want to be with you. I don't want to be like thinking about, अरे मेरा life में ये problem चल रहा है, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है. I want to be with you and I want to, like, whatever. It's the exchange of ideas or thoughts or whatever we are doing. At least do that, in all honesty.
Do you ever think about and the only reason I'm asking you this is because a lot of my friends, the women who are like around my age,
How old are you?
I'm 27.
I'm 30.
Okay, so it's like around we're the
Around,
same age.
yeah.
Like I've seen a lot of people like the 90s kids. We're basically 90s,
Yeah, 90s
kids.
kids.
Are now in that phase where they're in their mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s, and suddenly all the girls especially are very concerned about aging. Even the guys
Yeah.
are, but in different ways. Like
Yeah.
I've seen guys have health issues and other kind of
बिकॉज
guy
ये
issues.
अजीब सा स्ट्रेस हो जाता है लोग पता नहीं आप ये जब उम्र पे आ जाते हो तो लोग पता नहीं शादी के बारे में इतने उतावले क्यों हो जाते हैं
You get shadi pressure?
of course like I'm like any other average person because it is the typical age where you know there is this subconscious it's not like it's in your face sometimes in your face also of course there's some people who do it to you so you're like okay but it's a subconscious thinking you know settle ho jana hai but if this settle ho jana is so unsettling why are we pushing this generation to do it
Why do you think it's unsettling?
for a lot of people it is in the sense that they're doing it because more like it's the time to do it if you actually give them their way they'd not choose it
What would you choose?
I mean I am just going with the flow I think you should marry when you find a person to marry like if you feel you want to live with a person and you feel like your life is not nice and fun anymore alone and this person if the person is in your life you feel good about your life then that person should be can add value to your life so you should get married that's my idea of marriage
Are you ready for one more heavy question?
of course this is what this podcast is all about and I'm so excited to do this podcast